Thought Bubble Audio.
All right. This is Beer with Geeks. This is Beer with Geeks. Beer with Geeks.
Beer with Geeks.
Beer with Geeks.
Beer with Geeks.
All right, let's start this thing.
Mr. Oogie Boogie says it's time for Beer with Geeks.
Look, up in the sky!
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Welcome to Beer with Geeks with Tim and Frank.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
I am Iron Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You're a wizard, Harry.
A couple of guys with a couple of beers and a whole lot of pop culture nostalgia.
Make it so, number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Named the dog Indiana.
Life finds a way.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now sit back and crack open a cold one, because it's time for Beer with Geeks.
It comes in paints?
Shaken, not stirred.
Great Scott!
I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Hi, and welcome to Beer with Geeks, where two geeks geek out with beer. I'm Tim, and with me, as always, is my friend who actually doesn't like horror movies, Frank. How are you today?
Horrible.
Oh, not Dr. Horrible,
No,
though.
I wish.
Good pun. Good puns. All right, great. So you don't like... Are you wearing a Friends t-shirt that says Stranger Things?
No, I'm not, but
I could,
but since you asked,
I can only see the Stranger. Strange Brew.
So my friend Shane owns a coffee shop in Starkville, Mississippi, and in Tupelo, Mississippi, called Strange Brew Coffee House. It is. I've had their coffee. I haven't been to the place, but they sell the coffee online, and I've purchased some coffee from them. It's amazing. They have great coffee, great baked goods, and everything. And he sent me a couple shirts, and this one is in the style of Friends, and it says Strange Brew with the Friends font with the colored dots in between, and then on the back it says,
"I'll be there for brew." I love it. I love
pretty
it.
Great.
Know who's shaking their head at that though? Our special guest today, Palmer.
Hey!
How are you today, Palmer?
I was good up until that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like a shooting star, I'm going to go the distance.
Oh, there you go.
I can go the distance till I find what we're all drinking. So, Palmer, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking a beer that tastes remarkably like coffee. It's called cough beer.
Sounds terrible. Cough beer sounds terrible. What's the secret ingredient? We cough in it, and then we distill. And that's part of the distilling
secret
process.
ingredient is Soylent Green.
You don't want to know what that's made of.
No. Palmer's drinking a coffee. I, as I said last episode, will continue to drink Shipyard Pumpkin through the majority of October, and that is what I'm sticking with. So that moves on to Frank, who is also drinking a Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
Correct. I have a Pumpkinhead right here, which I'm going to crack open right now.
And he's cracking. He's cracking.
Oh, he cracked. There we go.
He cracked. He went insane, one might say. You know who goes insane? People who care too much about winning and when they lose.
Now, okay, so so we know that I'm not competitive when it comes to these trivia games and such.
Not even remotely.
Okay. But Tim, you're somewhat competitive. Right? You're only competitive in the sense that you care about keeping score and things like that, which I clearly don't, as we found out last time.
Yeah, that's right. I care, I guess, in the way of general rules of competition, but I don't actually care who. So I guess I like rules more than competition.
If it's going to be a competition, you're actually going to like follow the rules and yeah, or like pay attention to what's going on.
Exactly. And now, Palmer, are you competitive at all?
I will throw you in front of oncoming traffic.
Nice.
Thank goodness we live on a dead end road, and by we I mean me. Because you don't live
no
here.
Witnesses.
Don't I, though?
Don't know. I know. That's true. That is so true.
Check the lease agreement one more time.
Yeah. Okay. I owned this place. There is no
That's
lease.
what you think.
Yes. No kidding. You mean check your lease agreement with me. I see.
So,
I see.
Okay. So you're very competitive. Tim's nominally competitive. and I'm not at all. I'm not going to be competing. I will just be the moderator of this game. This game is called It's Alive, a quiz deck. A quiz deck of scary movies. My wife won this at a recent game of bingo at a coffee shop in our town. A coffee/beer shop in our town. They were having a bingo night. We each won a prize, and this was hers. And we thought this would be fun to do around Halloween. So let's do this.
So you moved into a tiny, quiet town and instantly became 80-year-old.
Yeah, apparently, yes. That's a pretty good summary.
Good job.
Thanks. Yeah.
In your spooky town.
Yes. Spooky town, USA.
I guess everyone lives in a spooky town around Halloween.
Spookiest town. Come on.
No.
No, so true though. You really do.
really do.
Without saying what it is, you live in the spookiest town.
It's fine.
No, it's amazing. It's not like scary spooky, but it's the spookiest town. Werewolf Bar Mitzvah.
Now every Beer with Geek listener is going to be like wandering around Sleepy Hollow looking for Frank.
Yeah.
Yes. Sleepy Hollow is a lovely little town. I was just there a couple of months ago. I was there during the day, so it wasn't scary.
No, see, that's no fun.
I've also been there at night. It's pretty boring, actually. Everything closes at like 8. So if you get there anytime after 8.
So it's like Albany, New York.
Kinda. So if you get there after 8, everyone's like, oh, well, I hope you enjoy sleeping because that's all there is to do.
Oh, God.
Also, except this Headless Horseman diner we have, to which I went to.
So Sleepy Hollow's in the northern part of the state, right?
No, Sleepy Hollow is east of New York City.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I wonder if it was a northern New York thing. Because
it's in
I went
the Hudson River Valley.
Yeah,
it's in that area. I don't know. So no, it's not really north.
Like New York is the city that never sleeps, and the rest of New York sleeps for them.
New York makes sure that they don't sleep for everyone.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
So we've got these cards. We got the It's Alive cards.
I forgot we were playing a game. I thought we were going to talk about the sleeping energy of New York.
I have devised a set of simple rules.
Now you have rules.
I mean, now that I'm not participating, and I can keep score as well.
This is like that time that Joey and Chandler went off against trivia on Rachel and Monica, and you, Ross, were the. You were the moderator. Okay, anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we will go through a bunch of questions, basically as much as we can do to fill the time. And you guys, so these questions, some of them are multiple choice, some of them are not. Some of them you just need to know the answer.
Are you going to tell us which ones are multiple choice and which ones aren't before okay? Because otherwise we're just going to be sitting here waiting for
and what's
your
answer?
I will say I'll let you know if there's choices or not. You guys should. I'm thinking you guys can buzz in by saying your own name. So you wait to hear the choices. I mean, you can buzz in before the choices are. I'm done reading them if you want to, but buzz in by saying your name, and then you can take a chance at answering.
Can I change that rule for a second?
Can we buzz in by saying the other person's name to just really confuse you?
I was going to say we should have a general like Halloween catchphrase or something that we have to say. Like that's
spooky,
our thing.
Scary.
It's like spooky, scary, or like red rum, or something like that.
Okay,
so
whatever.
Okay, so we can do red rum, and I need another one.
Oh. What's one from like Nightmare Before Christmas?
Halloween Town.
That's horrible.
Jack Skellington.
You just say Skellington.
No.
We've thought this out real well, folks.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus. That's a great one.
There we go.
Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so red rum and Hocus Pocus. So you
Hocus Pocus. No, that's not the right answer. No, I'm buzzing in.
No. So you're Hocus Pocus and I'm red rum.
Okay. So those are your catchphrases. Okay. That's what we buzz in with, and then whoever has the most at the end, we will tally up. I will keep score, and we'll see who the champion is. All right.
Fantastic.
All right. So without further ado,
may the best loser win.
May the best loser win. There you go. That's the spirit. All right. If a waiter offers you a dish of liver accompanied by fava beans and a nice Chianti, what horror film character would you expect to find?
Red rum.
Yeah.
Silence
there
the
you
Lambs.
go. Well, what character?
Oh,
Okay.
Hannibal Lecter in
Hey,
Silence
there
of the
you go.
Lambs.
All right, one for Tim. All right.
Good
This
job.
super low budget indie horror film was shot for around $25,000 and has grossed more than.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Blair Witch Project.
That's correct. One for Palmer.
Nailed it.
Okay, so rule, we don't have to wait for Frank to finish
No, you
the
don't.
question. I think that okay,
Right.
great.
He said that.
Yeah,
I
did
missed
earlier.
that. I was too busy thinking of how we get phrases.
This is Halloween.
This is Beer with Geeks. This is Beer with Geeks.
His beer with geeks.
Okay. Dario Argento is sometimes called the Italian Alfred Hitchcock. Which of the following thrillers did he direct? And there's 4 choices. A, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. B, Deep Red. C, Suspiria. D, all of the above.
Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
All of the above.
That is correct.
Yeah,
I knew he did Suspiria, but the other 2 sounded familiar.
Suspiria is the only one I recognize, so
Yeah.
that would have been
There you go.
my go-to.
Okay, this one's also 4 choices. The Academy Award-winning 1998 film Gods and Monsters is about the life of director James Whale, who in 1935 made a film that is today considered his masterpiece. What is this film?
Red Rum.
Okay,
Bride of Frankenstein.
that's correct.
Bam.
Guys are tied at 2 apiece.
I couldn't. I was waiting to see if they were going Frankenstein or Bride of Frankenstein.
Said 1935 was
Yeah.
what clicked me off. Great film,
Very good,
Bride of
very good.
Frankenstein.
All right, multiple choice again. This avant-garde study
She's
of
barely in it.
voyeurism and crime was so shocking it virtually ended the career of its until then successful director. What was the name of this thriller, now widely considered a classic? A, Peeping Tom. B, Blow Up. C, Rear Window. D, Spies.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes?
Rear Window.
That is incorrect. Tim, would you like to take a shot?
Could you say the choices
Yes.
again?
Did you hear the question again?
No, just the choices.
A, Peeping Tom. B, Blow Up. C, Rear Window. D, Spies.
I'm going to say Peeping Tom.
That's correct.
Bam.
Wow.
I have no idea who directed that. It just sounds like a movie that would be terrible.
Good.
I figured it was the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Rear Window.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a great film, and everyone loved it when it came out. Because Grace Kelly.
Right, but I figured, people no longer wanted to see Grace Kelly because they were afraid he was.
She.
Because voyeurism.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Because
I'm thinking of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Stewart.
James Stewart.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, love Jimmy Stewart. Many rank The Exorcist as the scariest movie of all time. A large contributor to its creepiness is a unique soundtrack perfectly suited to the horrifying story. What is the name of the theme music and who wrote it?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know the name of the person.
I don't know this at all. ABBA. Red Rum, ABBA.
No, I'm sorry. It was Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield.
Tubular Bells was the name. Who was
Mike
it?
Oldfield.
Okay.
So you knew the name.
I always
you could
remember
have
the
gotten
name.
at least half credit for that.
Yeah. To be fair, I only know the name because of the old late night infomercials that they would run on TV for
The Exorcist?
for best of sound. Songs.
Yeah.
You know.
And they would have the name scrolling.
It is a great soundtrack.
No
It
doubt
is.
about that.
That's about the only good thing in that movie. I'm sorry. Hot take. I dislike
Wow.
it.
So this is actually sidetrack. This is an interesting. So I read in editorial recently about The Exorcist and how this man heard it was the man who wrote it is greatest horror film of all time. I should
Right.
probably watch it. Watches it. He's not scary at all.
It
Don't
doesn't
care.
age well.
So then years later, he watched it when he had children.
Yep.
And they said scariest movie he's ever seen because it's not about it just the film anymore, but placing where you are in life and that context onto the film is what makes it scary. And so I think you are correct. It doesn't age well in some areas, but I think if you say as a parent,
Right.
imagine your child going through that, it takes on a whole other layer, which made it scary for him.
Look, I've seen enough horror movies. Exorcist doesn't. I don't need Exorcist to make me afraid of children. The Shining does that alone.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, great. To Frank.
Okay.
Okay.
This one has no choices, so listen carefully. Based on a short story by Daphne du Maurier, Don't Look Now stars Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie as the grief-stricken parents of young Christine, who accidentally drowns in a pond at the family's English home. Which major European city forms the ghostly backdrop for this psychological thriller?
European city? Red Rum, Belgium? No, Prague?
Nope, I'm sorry.
Because Belgium is not a
city. Palmer, any guesses?
Venice.
Yes! Whoa! That is a great guess. Was that a guess?
Venice.
It was
a guess.
Correct.
Yes, even with Tim trying to sabotage the.
I accidentally hit the headphone jack and it popped out of the computer.
Here, I rang the bell and everything. Yes.
Oh, no. We missed your entire freak out.
Talk about Tim, not being competitive.
Just sabotaging it.
That was weird. I can't believe that actually happened. I crossed my foot, and it was the only thing that came out. It just went bloop. That was it. I didn't even know how that was possible. Wow, Venice, good for you. You said Daphne du Maurier, and I was already with the answer of Rebecca, even if that was
right or wrong.
Basically, the only thing I know. Rebecca, Alfred Hitchcock. That's all I've got.
All right, you guys are tied at 3 each.
Wow. See, now that I know that, I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, 4 answers for this one. 4 choices. What? Sweet, perky little Audrey Hepburn in a scary movie? Unlikely as it sounds, Hepburn starred as a blind apartment dweller in a 1967 suspense thriller directed by Terrence Young. What was the name of this movie? A, At First Sight. B, Ice Castles. C, Places in the Heart. D, Wait Until Dark.
D, Red Rum, Wait
Correct.
Until Dark. That was not in order.
It's okay. You're correct.
Okay. I've never seen that film.
I've never heard
I
of
just
that
recognize the title.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's true. Now I want to see it though. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Audrey Hepburn was in it.
Hopefully it's nominated.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's your cue to watch Academy Rewind.
Right here on the Thought Bubble Audio Network.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
Tobe Hooper got the director's credit for Poltergeist, but that movie bears little directorial resemblance to the earlier work for which Hooper is best known. What was Hooper's 1974?
Hocus Pocus. Texas Chainsaw
Correct.
I didn't know that it was the same guy.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
either.
And so, yeah, he's basically an in-name only director on Poltergeist.
Okay.
Wow.
As you can tell.
Because Steven Spielberg.
Because Steven Spielberg, it's widely believed that Spielberg kind of
basically directed that movie.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is why people watch it or don't watch it. I don't really see a lot of Poltergeist talk anymore.
The original Poltergeist is still considered good. I mean, the sequels, no, but
yeah, but isn't that the way with most horror films?
yeah. Although I think I like the remake more. I like the remake of Poltergeist more.
Hot take. All right.
Full of hot takes
Frank.
tonight. All right.
Hot take. Hot potatoes.
All right. So, years after a grisly murder at a secluded mountain lodge, struggling writer Jack Torrance accepts the job of winter caretaker so he can write a novel without distractions. When his behavior becomes erratic, his wife sneaks a look at Jack's manuscript and knows that something's horribly amiss.
Red Rum, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
That is half of the answer to the 2-part question.
The Shining.
What's the film? What has Jack written? Yes
Shining.
and yes.
Okay. Yay.
Like you're reading the question, and me and Tim are just both staring at each other. Like, is this the longest question for The Shining ever?
I was like, just waiting
so
for
long.
like it's The Shining. If I don't get this, my call and response is Red Rum.
I know.
Like,
I was really hoping. I was really
get
hoping that it
this.
would be asking for Red Rum, so you could say Red Rum. Red Rum.
As soon as you said that she goes into like he's a writer and she goes in to see, I was like, it's asking what
Right.
it says.
Yeah. By the
No,
way, so
no
the
beer, no
questions-
TV, make Homer something.
Right.
Go crazy.
Don't mind if I
The
do.
questions are like a paragraph long,
That is huge. That's
and then the
half
answers
card.
are also a paragraph long, but they put the like main piece of information in bold, so I can pick out.
Oh,
like,
so you.
But like, there's a whole thing of it's Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980, adapted from a Stephen King novel. Wendy Torrance, Shelley Duvall is horrified at this discovery. Like, it just goes on and on and on and on.
Somebody had fun at the typewriter.
Someone had fun
and
at
I'm not
Wikipedia
talking
that
about
day.
Jack Torrance.
All right. This is a multiple choice. A down-on-his-luck private eye takes a lucrative missing persons job only to find himself in over his head when dead bodies start turning up all around him. This Alan Parker...
Any movie.
And this Alan Parker film starring Mickey Rourke and Lisa Bonet begins in Harlem and reaches its chilling denouement in Louisiana voodoo country.
Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
Angel
Yes.
Heart. Yeah.
Wow, nice
Good job.
As soon as he said Lisa Bonet, I'm like, she's only done one thing after
Well,
Cosby.
there you go.
Gotcha. Also, you said Dénouement. I'm very impressed with Frank right now.
Dénouement. Hello, Newman. All right. Hello, Dénouement.
And it's also got Robert De Niro in it.
Oh, that's actually, I didn't know that. That's cool.
I don't think Robert De Niro knows he's in the movie.
Sometimes those are my favorite movies where actors are like, do you know what movie you're in right now?
No, I'm just Jeff Goldblum. I just showed up.
Yep. Looking at you, Liam Neeson in Star Wars. Like, do you know what movie you're in right now? Anyway.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Another multiple choice here. Who but Alfred Hitchcock could make birds into grazed killers? Where did Hitchcock set this tale of alarming avians? So where? A, Bodega Bay, California. B, Key West, Florida. C, Nantucket, Massachusetts. Or D,
Red Rum,
Newport,
Nantucket.
Oregon. What was that?
Red Rum, Nantucket.
Nope, that is incorrect.
Bodega Bay.
That is correct.
I knew it was in California, but damn it, Bodega Bay didn't sound right. And then when there was no other California,
I could have sworn it was Nantucket. Didn't
No.
he set a movie on Nantucket?
Jaws.
That's not Alfred Hitchcock.
Wasn't
Nor
it, though?
is that Nantucket. Shoot. Maybe I'm thinking of The Russians Are Coming. The Russians Are Coming.
Which wasn't even Nantucket.
No, but it was nominated, and we covered it on Academy Rewind at PopableAudio.com.
Spoiler. We didn't like it.
Yeah. So it's just okay.
I was just listening to a podcast about the death of Natalie Wood. It's a 12-part docuseries that goes into, like, did Robert Wagner do it or not, all this stuff. And obviously Christopher Walken was on the boat when this happened, and they keep talking about Christopher Walken, fresh off his Oscar nomination or Oscar win for The Deer Hunter. And I keep thinking about you guys in your review of The Deer Hunter on Academy Ride and how Palmer hates realistic dialogue and all this stuff. So every time they mentioned it, like every other episode, they reminded you that he had just been nominated for an Oscar for The Deer Hunter. And I just keep thinking of you guys every single time.
That's awesome. I was just thinking about The Deer Hunter the other day, but specifically Christopher Walken in The Deer Hunter. That's very odd.
Because he's the only thing that stands out in that movie.
Well, he stands out in every movie,
Yes.
truly. Shooby-doo. I want to be like you. Anyway, shall we go on?
Yeah, let's press on. We have all seen the legendary shower scene in Psycho. During the scene, how many times does Alfred Hitchcock show the knife plunging into Janet Leigh's body?
Red Rum, none.
Correct. Hitchcock never shows the knife entering Leigh's body.
Gotcha. I thought I was going to ask how many cuts in the scene there were.
I thought so too.
And I was like 74. I think there are like there are like 74 edits in that scene or something like that.
Although, fun fact, someone not too long ago, I believe, actually like slowed down that scene, and supposedly there is actually a part where you see the knife go in.
I don't think so. I mean,
like I know that you're right. Like the story is, it's all in the mind.
That's right. Yeah, you
but
never see
supposedly, like that's kind of a fallacy.
Oh, well, I mean, it got me the right answer.
It did.
Yeah. So continue onward.
Okay. Let's go into this one. Kathy Bates won the Best Actress Oscar for her portrayal of psychotic nurse Annie Wilkes in Rob Reiner's Misery, adapted from the Stephen King novel. Annie is frequently cited as one of the best movie villains of all time. In which direction did her penguin always face?
Oh, dang.
Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
East.
That is incorrect. Tim?
Is it a like a direction, like on a compass direction?
Yes, it is. Correct.
Yes. Let's go.
All right.
Because Maine is so high, you can
only go down.
You can only see down.
Yeah, it can only go down.
Okay.
Is this a real penguin or is it a metaphorical penguin?
It's a real penguin.
No, it's not,
I mean,
this
it's
is
a
not
porcelain
an Adam
penguin or
Sandler.
something
This is
like
not an
that.
Adam
It's
Sandler
not a
movie.
real penguin. Yeah, it's not. That's right.
Give it a second. Okay.
Oh, no, I just have to.
Yeah.
Conditioner is better. You will never see the likes.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Stop looking at me, Swan. You'll never see the likes of this in Better Homes and Gardens. Sam Raimi's horror debut features a memorable scene with plant matter. What was the name of this sequel-spawning cult success?
Red Rum.
That's correct.
Yay.
Right.
I've never seen, actually.
Neither have I.
Should you is the question.
I've seen Army of Darkness, the third
but
that.
Evil Dead is the straight horror.
Yes,
version.
That's right. It all
and
kind
then
of and then you have Evil Dead 2, which is kind of the mixture, and then Army of Darkness, which is basically a
Evil
comedy.
Dead 2 is along the line, like it's not as campy as Army of Darkness, but it starts.
It's basically just
there,
Evil
yeah.
Dead with a bigger budget, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he basically set out to remake the same movie with a better budget.
Well, because he didn't have the rights to the original, I think is what it was.
Oh, interesting.
So that, like, even like the flashbacks that they show, they had to reshoot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about because I've never seen it, but interesting.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. Multiple choice here. So, in one of the more memorable scenes in horror film history, a photographer gets decapitated in slow motion by a sliding sheet of plate glass in this blockbuster supernatural thriller. Which
Red
film
Rum, The
was
Omen.
it? Wow, yes, it was. Good
Got
work.
you covered.
Never saw it.
You never seen
No, I
The
haven't
Omen?
either.
I've never seen The Omen.
Great film. Great film. Not that scary. Totally watchable. Talking to Frank, not to
I'm
Palmer,
not. Oh.
'cause Palmer
So
likes
my
scary.
thing with it's not that I get scared. I actually don't like. I just don't enjoy them like as much. I've watched a lot of bad horror movies. I had an internship when I was finishing out college where.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, 100 Years of Monster Movies, it was called. And we had a channel that would just show monster movies all the time, and I was in charge of that for a little bit.
Yeah, The Omen has a great chilling performance. Not chilling performance, but a great performance by Gregory Peck in a chilling movie. Recommend.
Right
Yeah.
on.
I think that might have been the first movie I ever saw Gregory Peck in.
Oh,
actually.
interesting.
Yeah. As we all as well documented on this podcast, my mom liked to introduce us to great cinema when we were quite when we were quite young, and I believe The Omen was on that list of great cinema when I was a child. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Anyway,
all right. When director Brian De Palma was casting Carrie, he wanted a particular actress for one of the parts, but the wife of the film's art director saw the script and thought she'd be perfect in the role. She was. Who was the actress and what role did she play?
Hocus Pocus.
Red Rum.
Sissy Spacek.
That's correct.
Yes, that is Sissy Spacek. Yes, that was a weird way to phrase that question.
It really was.
It was going to be
They
somewhere
go a
else, but
long
who
way
was
for
it
these
actually? Yeah, I was like, it was Sissy Spacek. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. I knew it too. I just couldn't get the words out.
You just couldn't remember Red Rum.
I couldn't remember Red Rum. I was just going to yell out Sissy Spacek instead. The mom from Blast from the Past. No one remembers that movie, huh?
I do.
That's
The Brendan Fraser movie?
Yeah, it's a
That was
blast,
a good movie.
It's a blast from your past. Speaking of Christopher Walken,
He's the father.
That's right.
Whoa.
Frank.
This one is there. Now we're getting to some real hard ones here. I'm going to do you guys a favor. All right.
It was the best of times.
Here we go. Multiple choice. Which of the following horror films is based on this premise? If the person you think you see could actually be a non-human entity occupying the body of that person, how do you know who's
Red
who?
Rum.
Tim?
Red Rum, The Body Snatchers.
I would, as your as counsel,
Finish the
Hocus
discussion.
Pocus.
nope.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I would still encourage you guys to let me finish reading this.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
All right.
So A, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. B, The Stepford Wives. C, The Thing. D, all of the above.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would make sense. Well, I'm glad that Body Snatchers was on there.
It was. You were not.
And then I said Stepford Wives before you even said it on the thing.
Well, that's why I had to sort of intervene there.
I've never seen Body Snatchers. I've only seen the remake of Stepford Wives, and The Thing is a great movie that everyone should watch.
Okay.
I've never seen Body Snatchers. I've only seen the remake of Stepford Wives. And The Thing remake is better than The Thing original.
The Thing remake's technically a prequel, isn't it? The one with Winstead there, Sarah Elizabeth Winstead, is that her name?
Oh, I'm thinking of
Mary Elizabeth.
I'm thinking of the other John Carpenter movie that was remade.
The Fog.
Yeah, with Superman.
Yeah, that's The Fog.
That's The Fog. Yeah.
Okay. The Thing is great. Even if you don't care for the story, whatever, the visual effects, like the amount of work that dude put into the thing. He basically lived on no sleep, candy bars, and soda for months and had to check himself into the hospital when he was done making the movie because he was so exhausted and basically
Kurt Russell?
going to die. No, not Kurt Russell.
Wilford Brimley.
Was it Phil Tippett? It might have been Phil Tippett.
Oh.
No, I don't remember. Or Phil Tippett was supposed to work on it and then went somewhere. I don't remember. Frank, do one more.
Yeah, I think we've got time for one
question.
More. Okay. Ooh. Can we do two more? I really want to do two more.
Fine.
Okay. So, director Roger Corman established, this is multiple choice. Director Roger Corman established his horror credentials in the 1960s with a series of films adapting works of Edgar Allan Poe, House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, Tales of Terror, and others. What famous actor starred in all but one of Corman's
Red Rob
Poe films?
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all bad movies and barely resemble.
No, they're great movies with the prices in it.
Well, that could potentially be true, but they barely resemble the Edgar Allan Poe stories.
That's the good part.
Or is it?
Okay. This is our last one. Steven Spielberg.
Senor Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg was just 28 years old when he directed Jaws, the seminal summer blockbuster that is still one of the top 10 highest grossing films of all time. What is the name of the doomed fishing boat? The three.
Red Rum.
Yeah, I was like, come on, you're not going to.
I didn't know what you were going to ask me. We were going to ask me the name of the animatronic shark.
What is your favorite color? What is the name of the doomed fishing boat the three heroes take out to sea to find a new battle with the film's villain, a Leviathan great white shark?
Yes, Red Rum, the orca.
Yes.
Yes. I already said it, damn it.
Oh, I only heard Red Rum. I didn't hear the orca.
Sorry.
Okay. So that's, are we agreed that we're done?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we're at our podcast time
At
limit.
the end of the game, we have Palmer with 7 and Tim with 12 correct answers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. I'll be totally honest. I came into this game expecting Palmer.
I'll be totally honest. So did I.
I'll be totally honest. I didn't want to upstage the host.
Yeah.
That's a good guy. Right
yeah,
there.
right. That's right.
I'm not saying that you still wouldn't have won, but there were like two that I seriously was like, "Come on, Tim, you can get this one."
Well, happy Halloween to everybody listening. It's this was a lot of fun to do, and thank you, Palmer, for joining us. This made it a lot more fun than if we sat there and challenged each other. Because I'd be like, "Oh no, I've never seen any of them, so I don't know."
That's exactly how this would have gone.
Exactly how it would have gone.
Frank would still be asking questions and then answering them himself and still getting it wrong.
That's actually true.
Spooky, scary.
Spooky, scary. Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves.
Werewolf bar mitzvah. Anyway, you can find us on Beer with Geeks at beerwithgeeks.com and Gmail and Facebook and Twitter. You can find all other Thoughtbubble audio shows at thoughtbubbleaudio.com, as we made mention of plenty of times in this episode. You can rate and review us on iTunes and find us on Overcast and Satchel and Google Play and Spotify and all other places that podcasts can be found. You can, of course, also donate to our Patreon page at patreon.com/thoughtbubbleaudio, which you can also do from the Overcast app. This has been a great episode. Good night, New York. Anyway, until next time, cheers.